trying to get even. Oh!
Not going to give them any sort of comfort coming out of this. Blade Storm available now for Xiao after that round. Can maybe pass across this operator. And even just the little things though here. What's the paranoia investment? Just missed it out on the replay actually towards C-Link to try and enable Alpha to find another kill. Maybe actually could say a little overpeak from Durka. He's fancied himself in a couple of those scenarios today. Think back to split that final round, but punish this time.
You want to play? Let's play.
And the aggression. Stop. Oh, the stun. Zipan just gets battered out. They love this battle. The bloodlust coming through from FNATIC now. Gonna keep FPX just in tatters. Zipan lost an Angel loss. You're looking at Shouter once again have to do a lot of impact work, but he notes where one is. But the problem is, if he didn't, oh, there it is. Removes both from the equation, but the answer back is Swift. Durka and Alpha in combination, depleting the numbers of Zuketsu. 1v4.
Bulldog in hand. Nope.
Nope.
FNATIC continue. And it's so strange to see FPX lean on this sort of opening to some of these rounds. It's not something you often see them do very well. Whereas FNATIC, I mean, with this roster, tend to thrive when teams want to go toe-to-toe with them. The money stripped away immediately for FPX. Blade Storm will be invested into this round, no doubt. And looking at the ults, actually, I mean, they're doing it again,
doubling down on this unbridled aggression, but at some point you got to question it, but not now. Xiao and Artist in combination. Artist unleashing. That's the Artist you needed to see wake up here. If you want aggression, you want him alongside you. Now Enzo, the undesirable task, but he's absolutely up to it.
He reads the flank.
He's read the
No
flank.
way.
Enzo actually galaxy braining this, and Angel is on the run. He knows that this is not going to be that A piece anymore, and Enzo is running. It's not B, it's going to be C. He wants the plant. He's got his ult. He's got all that utility kit ready to be played. Hits the reload and goes for the open plant towards CT.
Now that's key as well.
Spike planted.
Angel's going to be looking here, knows that the Hunter's Fury is available, but Enzo actually slipping into CT. The best possible scenario. Angel's still only with the Sheriff, but Enzo 40 HP, he's one body shot.
He's got to read this now. He's got to read that this he's not here. That's the timing's off for this now. But he's got his Hunter's Fury. But he's going to hear the utility invested. A tap on the spike, but a quick little peek. No one's there. He knows that now Angel is exploring, looking to try and find him. And surely Angel thinks about it, but how much more can he do? Enzo's got to be real careful about this one. And Angel walks it. He wants this fight, and Enzo just has to run through that utility kit. Do not give him the fair fight that Angel is desperately after. And the tag is unreal. It could not go better for Enzo.
Ice cold, man. Look at him. Doesn't even flinch.
Last round.
Delivers for FNATIC. With FPX, we're popping off. Artist finding, what was that, 3 Sheriff headshots?
3.
The opener comes here from Shout. He just does so well to find these.
Enemy remaining.
This is the straight up 1v4 for Enzo.
The picture in the background's probably bringing him a lot of fire. You know what I mean?
Beautifully
Spurring
done.
him on. That was a lovely round, genuinely. Like, yeah, I don't even care. That was just beautiful. All right, Xiao on the chopping block. We're gonna take Durka down with him. Does he get away? No. Found by Enzo in the end. Gonna pick up where he left off. The timing's great for Sugetsu. His spray, but the praying doesn't come to life. And FNATIC are just brawling this out, Mike. This is the bloodbath. This is the grand final here, potentially the final map. Unless FPX can stop the rot. And the scoreline isn't that bad, but the way these rounds have gone, it's making it look like FNATIC are in control unless Artist can keep this up. Starting to find a bit of form here. Enzo now once again called upon, and he's once again delivering. Look at the readjust on the position. Artist, he knows he's got his work cut out. Great timing on the Aldrone, but he does.
No way. If Artist sits in this drone the whole time.
Enzo, you are a nasty, nasty man. But Artist read it. Artist read it, but it doesn't matter. Enzo again.
Back to back,
No wrong.
man.
No wrong.
And Enzo almost overcooks it there. He takes a step and Artist turns. No way, man. I mean, Sugetsu's unlucky here, but like you said,
Yeah.
the spray comes through, the prey, not so much there. But Enzo, the Hunter's Fury's invested, he still finds that kill on Zipan. And that's key, because Zipan's trying to fill the gap. Whilst Ardis posts that ultimate. What an end to that first half.
This is the game I wanted, man. Like, we had like a bit of a simmer down on Icebox, right? It was quite one-sided, you know, not that exciting, but goddamn, this is it. Okay, 4-8, FPX fans. You're wanting them to win this pistol. To say the very least, you want this pistol on deck. But look at the aggression from FNATIC. FNATIC, you're on the defending side. You are meant to defend this map, but I like how you've decided to attack regardless. And they've gone for a little bit of a C-lean now, because I guess, you know, if you're on the other side of things for FPX, you got to re-clear mid, alpha here,
Alpha
careful
like,
now.
Yep, there's still 3 in grass.
They're there.
Yep.
They're there. Spotted them. Spotted. But it's not just him. Look at the other side, right? They've got Enzo now taking space towards A long. Can't lose his life, but the re-aggress, the double down on the aggression, Durka. This is vile behavior. Artist too aware, too sharp to it, and a good trade for FPX. Keeps it in hand. They've quelled the initial aggression, or at least the committed aggression that was coming through. Does Mystic dare to do it? He does, and he loses the fight. Zipan keeps composure. It's down to 2.
But that's going to post a big paranoia. Catches lots of people, but no conversion on the back of it. They try and retake their way back through Gary's. The frenzy good in that scenario. Zipan will fall. I don't know, actually looking to reflank yet.
Spike planted.
No, reconsiders it. We'll post back onto long. Sugetsu caught off guard though. Boaster got himself to the 1v2.
Yeah, but this is where surely it can't happen anymore, right? Like, this is where the frenzy finally meets its maker. Updating to the ghost instead. Might have a better shot at it, but again, Xiao's got that on wraps. Finally, FPX do exactly what they needed this round. Dealt with all of that FNATIC aggression. They turn it back. This is big. This is the building blocks to potentially a really close game.
The must-needed pistol for FPX now. We'll see what happens with the round 2 this time around. Shorty in the hands of Mystic. Doesn't look like there's going to be anything else thrown in the mix here for FNATIC. An early exchange here towards A. No damage. That's on the back of that, but orb retrieved and progress made on the side of FNATIC. They have a very deep hold towards lobby now. I feel actually spots one on the other side, goes for a little poke. He comes off the worst of that.
And I feel like right now, taking a step back, if you're FPX, you have to tame FNATIC, right? You got to deny all of that aggression. You got to go through the protocol list so diligently. Because you know these guys are going to try and get away with murder. And actually, Artist notes Durka, but I hope it's not just going to be Artist. No, you can see the double swing from window. Really good. Calls for support. Takes no chances in this.
Running closer and closer towards the shorty, and that could be problematic for FPX. Has to take out the second shot, but he will fall. It's scrappy, but FPX coming out. Top of it, down there. What is that?
No, stop it! This guy is playing a different game. He's playing a different game.
That's 3 weapons
Show me that
taken
classic.
away from FPX.
Show me that again. Show me it again.
From nothing as well.
Not this. Not this. Wayne. This.
Yeah.
Down A.
Must be nice.
I wouldn't even put it past him finding Angel in that. Genuinely. Genuinely. Whoa.
But the damage is done, as I said.
Yes.
FPX come into this with Sugetsu and Ardis on pistols, Sheriff and a Ghost, and a little bit of an overstep from Durka there. Will concede the first blood, and FPX are here very quickly.
Now keep in mind there's 2 very polarizing approaches mentally if you're in this game right now. FNATIC have 2 maps in the pocket, right? FPX are now looking down the verge of, you know, map point, not map point, but like essentially lose this, done, right? So it's like every round counts. FNATIC can get a little fast and loose. You want to win here, obviously. You're going to do everything you can, but they've got to kind of recenter themselves, bring themselves back to focus. And right now, FPX are showing that determination, that grit. Alpha in just showing a little there, left on 2 HP. There's not really been any entries to this. You can see Sugetsu even turning the screws a little towards the top side of mid, towards B. If you can punish Alpha here, that would be lovely for them. Cost them even more.
That's it. I was just trying to bait a little bit, but we'll lose another rifle. That's flawless for FPX. That's key in terms of building back into this map. They're one round off tying things up. FPX actually edging out in terms of this first ultimate cycle as well, you got to feel. It's crazy to think as well, just with how this round, this half has started, Alpha is still one away from the showstopper. I mean, the dude has like 4 ultimates a half. Doesn't matter what agent he's playing.
No, the guy has obscene amounts of impact. Now, pressure. Exchange towards A long, but look at the other side. Durka couldn't stick the landing. Angel on the punish. But there's a response in kind towards middle, but again, that's not spike loss or anything too problematic. But Alpha backfilling this is huge, Mike.
It is indeed. As FPX still so cautious. Spike not committed anywhere. A minute left on the clock now, and not FNATIC are going to get any indication. The outrun should be it. As you can see, the aftershock almost posted there. Supposed to just let that one fly, but still actually gets away from the fault line as well.
They haven't moved Alpha here off this angle yet. But Sipan closed the gap so quickly. That's really nice. Make sure he couldn't back away from that. Mystic tries to kind of find a little bit of room. Not going to happen. FPX, really good re-engage towards that A site. And now Boaster, that rifle left over. Don't know how much he's going to get for this one.
I'm almost curious to know there if Boaster doesn't shoot the drone, whether or not they can actually close the kill out onto Ardis, because it was immediate for Mystic to come through. I think Ardis then finds the kill onto Enzo, so the pinch not quite paying off for them. It could have swayed the round, honestly. Get another rifle recovered. Boaster has to hold on to this one. Only 350 left in the bank. FPX solidify their comfort now in terms of the finances. Also tie things up 8 apiece.
I feel like FNATIC almost need to hit the brakes here and just kind of recompose themselves. Kind of curious when they decide to hit that. Like, Durka dying here is kind of... didn't TP out, overcommits on it. I want to see them kind of hit the brakes and kind of readdress this map because, again, for them, you want a clean game. You don't want to open up chance because FPX are such a dangerous team. There's a reason that people are desperate to see these guys, make it to events and, get as far as they can because they are so, so dangerous, so deadly. For now, we have to see if FNATIC can recompose themselves after that incredibly pacey style that was coming in. And actually, he can do no wrong. He's a walking highlight reel, this man. It's the flash ends on the way out, but needs help from his teammates, which Mystic can only do so much from. But Alpha is still alive, but it's Zipan to double down. Going to get 2 this time. The site's theirs. Now the others on their way, but Durka's got the operator, so not going to be too willing to overcommit to this either.
Tough to get much done in this scenario, whether or not they just commit to saving something at least. Mostly does get pinged off by the owl drone here. Tagged up from a shock dart as well. You almost have to concede here. Things starting to fall apart a little bit for FNATIC here in this second half. FPX doing so well to continue with almost feels, I'll come back to the same word, a little unorthodox in terms of expectations when we talk about the play style. They're absolutely getting it done so far. Now put themselves around ahead. And a few unanswered rounds here. Not an awful lot of positives for FNATIC to take away from these.
No, this has been quite tough. And bigger picture for me, and again, this is such a footnote in the main story, is that Dirk is having a quiet game, which is something you don't often see, right? I hope this time out is to address maybe the overheat, what they want to do going forward, how they want to kind of address some of the issues. But I wouldn't even say there's been masses of issues. I think that there's just been that resettling of where they're at, kind of cooking up a little too hot in that first half and then coming to this. FPX have really nicely recomposed themselves, and Xiao has been a headliner, right? Like, that's not wanted to be essential to this round, and he is already, considering we have, what, 3 sheriffs coming out and then the 2 that remained. Most of the other critical piece to it does still have the rifle to hand.
And it's Xiao to fall.
Yeah, that's actually a very big point.
Takes a little bit of the bite away from this.
Mm. Now again, this isn't going to be a quick challenge. This is going to be a long, arduous task for Durka if he wanted to stick around, but he does take Artist to the grave with him. Enzo going to even find a shot towards Zipan. Now I've got to see how much Boaster can get done in this. Remember, he was the one with the rifle, and all the weapons that were dropped out by someone like Durka doing that damage, they're unrecoverable right now. So it's still looking at what trades can be done. Again, denial on the spike plant, buying more and more time. I like this. And Angel and Sugetsu, there's going to be the ult popped. Again, another denial on the spike plant. 34 seconds now. It's getting dangerous, but Angel's getting curious.
30 seconds left.
Paranoid of the Wrath and Paranoia coming in, and Alpha here going to close the gap as well. Finds a fight on the side, but now he needs to wait for the support to come in as well. There it is, support on the way, but he didn't need it much. Going to find Sugetsu. A FNATIC get around back. That's the composure that can bring them back into place.
Absolutely. It's just opportunistic. The Durka finds that first kill onto Shout. Like I said, slows things down. The FPX have looked so good in terms of pacing. I need a few more of those to chip away at the finances of FPX. Well, it feels really awkward here of this entire exchange with Angel turning his back a couple of times towards Spawn. Alfie to close things out. The Rolling Thunder again invested just to make sure they can get that on the board and tie things up. Lockdown available, Hunter's Fury available, Blade Storm available for FPX. The other side of things is only the Tour de Force. Won't see it in this round. The Operator's still in play. Actually, with Xiao purchasing the Operator, yes, the Blade Storm available, but expect FPX to slow things down a little bit now. Default for maybe the first half of this. See if they can't work a pick. They both have been good for them through smoke today, but not finding anything on the back of that one.
Oof. Okay. Well, they found where Xiao is. And it kind of then accounts for the pace change.
Get out of my way.
And you've got to be ready for this. You can already see that early rotation and lean coming out. FNATIC seemingly aware that the C side might be the end goal here. Boaster going to find Angel though, but Xiao, let's see what he can achieve. And actually Zipan caught with nothing to say about the matter. Xiao's gone down as well. Sugetsu and Artist, where are you in this? In a 2v3, Artist finds Alpha here, and now Sugetsu wants to step towards the site. Flash comes in and Boast now looks from the back of Plateau. It's back to a 2v2. Spike does make it across and the lockdown comes in, but Mystic wants to fight now. Artist denies it, keeps it safe. Durka, shot goes astray, just whizzes past Artist. Spam comes in, he wants the connection, he wants it now, he can't get it, and he has to relent for even just a moment.
With the Vandal on the way back through here, but Sugetsu's reposition behind the lockdown is key. Hunter's Fury available as well. Artist will drift all the way to the bottom of long. Just leave Sugetsu to buy him a little bit of time. They've got the plan B. The contingency is there. Sugetsu finally closes things out. And it's a shame, really, because Boaster goes huge for FNATIC here, finding 3 kills ahead of this site execution. And like you said, Mystic desperate to still find that engagement.
30 seconds left. You should run.
He's fallen apart for FNATIC
Enemy remaining.
in this round. 1 round to separate them as well. FPX back in the lead. FNATIC. Yeah, I mean, yes, they have a part buy behind this. It'll actually be Durka to spread the wealth a little bit to make that next purchase a little easier. Make use of the tour de force here. Angel actually sticks the TP and still finds the kill on Alpha, yeah.
Okay, that's an outcome I don't think many of us would have expected, but already Artist is going to double down on that, but it's traded. Now Mystic finding form out of nowhere, punishing Sugetsu as well, keeping some control towards Garage and doing what he can, but Artist operator to hand. This is what I want to be seeing. Can he do any more with this? There's the trade out. Durka dominating.
Beautiful.
Over by C long. FNATIC answer back in kind, and a fire starting to burn inside Durka here.
Follows up perfectly on the Aldra, and the slow field just keeping Zipan in position. And just like that, tied up once again. I'm curious what previous round 2 survived, so where FPX's money sits is actually fairly important as we enter round 21. The fact that Angel sticks this and still gets that kill is crazy. It's immediately traded out, but he's done his job at that point. He's made so much space. Mystic to flip things back in FNATIC's favor.
We're in crunch time now.
This is right, because this is a very important round.
Yeah, we are absolutely in crunch time. And Angel knows it. FPX knows it. Hit the brakes. What can we do here? Because they don't have maps to play with. That's the bigger picture to this. You can't then just go, don't worry, we've got them on, what is it, Fracture next, which would have been, that's where the things can change, right? That's where you could really start seeing the map pool kind of, you know, really dilute, but there now on the other side for FNATIC as well, looking at Old Poster's got his, but no one else has either. So Alpha not that far away for him, maybe a lock-in, but at this point, it couldn't be closer.
If FPX now want to switch things up at all, Aldrone will reveal Durka's position and the operator. They actually try and actually walk through the trap. Durka
don't get to disrespect him.
But actually Xiao doubles down.
The pace. I loved how they closed in on it. There was full commitment behind it. It wasn't just one, it was the whole team. So get to control towards middle, at least going to allow for the trade though. So that's going to be now Bosa and Alpha to do this 2v3. Player disadvantage and positions. Oster has to respect that smoke. Angel investing in other, but he's ahead this time, but Angel creeps it. Now for now, that's not where you want to be going. There's nothing about that enticing, and Alpha has to pull the plug on this. FPX going to make it to 11. I thought Durka's position was going to be enough, but it wasn't.
Just overstays his welcome a little bit. Too much for him to really deal with. Even after finding the first freebie, they actually commit to walking through the trap in Garage. Zipan punished for that. I think Boaster was the only one in this round that was tapped out financially. So Alpha Air saving, doesn't have to repurchase the shield. FNATIC should be okay for this purchase.
Walking this, man. Oof. Dangerous angle though.
Yeah, disgusting.
Bloody hell. Yeah, dude, I don't think Durka even saw him. I don't think there was even a chance for it. Does Boaster get a drop in this?
Actually, no. I mean, there's a glass cannon in there as well. So this is interesting because there's nothing.
This is so precarious.
Yeah, this is nothing behind this, and this will be FPX going to map point.
Get him.
All in from FNATIC, and it is on a knife's edge. Speaking of knives, gone sent back to the side of B. Angel already going to put himself on the site itself, but there's two players on either side, but they're blinded. Mystic's vision removed, but there's the answer. It's in the form of Alpha Air. It's a 2-4, but look at the trades.
Player standing.
FPX lock it down, and if you're Durka, do you even want to look into this?
Oh, I mean, that's a risky TP actually.
Someone could have walked that.
Yep. Nobody actually making progress towards A-Link. Sugetsu now slips back into sewers, looking to remove this operator from Durka. To seal the deal on what should be this map. We're seeing where the finances sit. FNATIC. This Sugetsu's actually noted the second TP placement. I mean, FPX, I mean, they absolutely should go hunting here. Noted now, if Artist can bait out the TP, Sugetsu should get it, but Artist will find the headshot instead. FPX somehow, some way get themselves back in the driving seat. Map point now. FNATIC. Not an awful lot to work with. Mystic just caught out by that paranoia. I mean, Alpha Air does well to find the first two, but
Last player standing.
had no time for that showstopper to actually be put to use.
12 to 10. This could unlock Fracture. Then the dynamic changes. Durka, though, gets aggressive and just gets destroyed. Melted by Sugetsu. And that's the follow-up from Artist, finding Mystic. Now, where is the changer to this? Okay, Alpha
Oh my
doing
God.
that is how it changes. Zipan and Angel demolished in the backline. Spike now lost. And Artist is trying to pick that up. He's like, okay, let me see if I can backfill this. Can I find this player? No, Alpha here has dipped into the night. He's gone, but Artist is still on the hunt. Spike's been collected. That's by Xiao, but Artist is really quick to this.
Is Alfio even considering the possibility?
Surely not. Surely not. But we have complimented Alfio's timing, his consideration of, but Artist has really played this perfectly. And a shot to the side of the head. It's game back on 2 to 2. Enzo just spotted him. Ooh, careful now. And where's Boaster? Boaster's on the long flank, so Enzo is all alone in this. This should be a spike plant. Let's get an opportunity at it. But it has to wait for Boaster. It has to show patience. A virtue in itself. And here comes the final blow to this. Can Boaster make value from this? I don't know if that's going to find much. Actually, it does. Enzo's going to find Xiao, and now Artist, the hero of this round,
Beautiful.
can only do so much. Boaster keeping FNATIC alive and putting 11 on the board.
Dangling by a thread, though. So I don't know what the finance is going to look like. I mean, even this was 2 Bulldogs, a Guardian, a Phantom, and a Vandal brought into this. It's going to be light shields aplenty.
Look at the ults.
Yeah, and FPX now on the brink of one of those snowball rounds. Lockdown should enable clean and safe passage onto a site. Have the null command as well to hinder that retake.
One enemy remaining.
And Boaster have done fantastically to close this one out.
Boaster is suppressed, so that does open up mid. But actually, they're going to pop the ult as well. Speaking of ults, it's all out and about now. Boaster's found Xiao, though. Enzo's got Zipan. FNATIC might be pulling this to OT. This might be on the cards. Unless Artists who get to an Angel can find something. It's some magic. They're trying to find Durka and they can't even get him. What can they do now? That mid presence now spotted. Enzo's punished Zipan.
Taking no
Mystic.
risks on this one.
Yeah, trying to deal with Angel. They've got past him, but it's only Artist now. A 1v4 or it's OT.
Team A.
And it's OT. FNATIC
Wow.
pulling it back from the brink. Some heroic, some really unimaginable some scenarios presented. And they
Unthinkable.
achieved them. FPX had everything that round.
2 just disgusting purchases for FNATIC as well. Just bring in scraps, odds and ends into these. And they close things out. Total reset here. For overtime, it's going to be FPX back on the defensive side. Operator in hand for Xiao. 3-man commitment early on towards A, and actually Zipan set up for this knife just outside window. Well, FNATIC will sit deep enough to avoid giving away too much, but
Clear to engage. Weapons hot.
Angel just goes barreling down sewers again.
I mean,
Yep.
it looks like it. It absolutely looks like it. Now, last time it didn't actually go so well, but Xiao was the one succeeding from it. So let's see how this looks for him. Oh, has to back away from the flash! Target-rich environment, but none found. And Alpha gets things started as he almost left off, but Artist wants in. He fancies it. He can smell blood in the water. Gets one, but the trade out didn't quite come in well enough. Boaster's still alive and 41 HP, but it's just a brawl. The sewer's littered with corpses at this point. As Sugetsu and Zipan, I mean, they're still towards CT. The site hit's not even really started. Now FNATIC take towards the site, but they've got so many numbers here. Zipan quells and culls one of them. A second for Zipan.
The spacing. What's going on here? Actually separated with the fragment. Sugetsu good for the counter swing.
They know where Boaster was.
It's boasted down to 41 HP as well. Just
Or is
over
it-
a body shot.
Where is this man up to?
He's going to get the ult orb. He's going to get the ult orb on C long. TP, grab the spike, try and get this plant on C.
Ultimate is ready.
This is just about doable.
30 seconds left.
Here we go. See if it works.
He's got it.
TP got plant coming in. It's game back on. The 1v1 now continues into the post plant, but his HP is still a problem. Sugetsu's biggest problem is the time. And he has no track of where Boaster is in this post plant. Yes, the plant itself is quite telling. But what can Sugetsu do about this?
41 HP.
Boaster, you gotta have nerves of steel.
Oh, as soon as the turret comes back, actually, it's problematic because one body shot and the turret with one shot
Turret's
will
up.
close this out, the jump peak. The second comes through, Sugetsu finds the headshot. Boaster,
He tried.
he gave it a bloody good go.
He
Not even
he
sure
did give
actually
it.
if the possibility of getting another smoke up there, creating
Maybe.
a one-way off platform or something, just make it a little
Yeah.
bit more difficult. Again, a very, very high pressure scenario.
I mean, I can't doubt how he played that initial. The post
Oh,
plant
no,
you could
played
maybe
it
question.
beautifully. Played it
Yeah, you
beautifully.
got to give him credit on that. But man, this is when it kind of like I feel like whenever you talk about like grand finals, especially if you're talking about like LANs or like big offline events, the game goes weird, right? The game becomes something completely different. All that kind of prep, it's great, all the theory crafting, but it's a lot of that individual, kind of prowess that these players have, those kind of audible calls.
Durka with the operator in hand this time.
Oh, and they're
And
on
Odin?
this side. Excuse me, Boaster?
Gonna go for the spam through onto grass, but it's actually a 5-man stack towards C long here for FPX. Look out on all out, an invested execution.
This is scary to me. This puts it all into Dirk's hands for now because, as I said, Boaster's got the Odin. I don't love that. Now, they're somewhat locked out of the site, right? Deep smokes towards CT. They have to respect that. Angel going to get towards the site itself. Spike now there. Plant can come in, nothing to deny it. The Odin spam comes out, not going to catch much. And again, the retake with the Odin's the thing that's got me scratching my head. I like the intent early on, but now the retake comes in. Zip and outdoes Durka. And now looks towards CT. They are held back. They're held at the doorway, but the fight
What?
comes back in. Mystic! Finding two essential critical kills. An artist now staring down the barrel of a gun. Enzo taking us further. Where did Mystic pull those kills from?
How did Mr. get a full kill with the aftershock?
Great
I think it was
question.
on the first pulse. If we got the replay for that one, but Sugetsu's
Please.
stuck in default. I'm not sure if a fault line comes through, but yeah, oh, he's already low HP. He doesn't back far away enough of it. He just moves in line with it.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. Oh, that's unfortunate. Just, I mean, too many bodies to deal with in that scenario.
do anything in
Even
that,
though the
yeah.
plant's good for him, it's just it's unfeasible.
Yep. This is just a heavyweight brawl now. 13-13, back all even. If you weren't enjoying this before, this is when it gets fun, right? In my mind, this is where it's just purely like that. Okay, what have we learned so far? What more can we bring out? What more can we show? I've got to say as well, let's roll it back way to the start. Like, this comp that came up from FPX already stunned us, but Xiao has been just untouchable at times. 22 frags, super powerful impact. Enzo's been excellent as well. Alpha, I mean, yeah, he's almost on for the 30, but I kind of expect that almost from Alpha, right? And considering that FNATIC is operating on this map without one of their superstars, right? Dirk has been okay, but not the Durka standard, I think, is the only way to characterize it, which is bizarre to say because he's still on like a fairly impactful amount.
No, sure, but I mean, I'll come out to Enzo's having a great game here on Haven.
Yes.
Boast, I even noted in the previous map looking much
Yes.
sharper than Split, and here I feel like he's delivering as well.
100%, 100%. Sitting sort of mid-table, but you're absolutely right. From critical value. As we once dive back in, FNATIC on the attacking side. FPX flipping over to the defensive side, but Xiao might try and...
He's here so early.
Yeah. They have no idea of this, of course. None the wiser. Artist had been lingering around for obviously FPX on that side of things, but no one's here this time around, depending on that trap to be critical to this. But Artis taking the fight again. They are unrelenting in this, and if someone chases him down, he's barely breathing, 11 HP.
Well, the key thing is they have 2 members behind this execution, so FPX can stand toe-to-toe, greet FNATIC at the front door.
Grenade!
They can't overcook it though. If they give away a first blood, it could fall apart for them.
And this is so much pressure on these 3 players, right? The 3 players on the site, because again, yes, they've got the flank, but Dirk has actually got
peels
Angel.
away. So does Sugetsu.
They wholeheartedly believe this is a full commitment. I guess maybe 38 seconds. They still feel this is the case. Good underhand flash. No one was there though. They were tucked around the corner. Durka finds Zipan, and now Alpha towards the site gets Artis down. It's a wash. Is a lockdown. FNATIC body FPX on the way in, and Alpha it gets a little curious. Gets out of the bag. As Sugetsu now sitting towards CT, but yeah, a 1v4 man. You might as well go for it, but you're not feeling your odds here.
Well, definitely not. Not really any damage to work off either in this scenario. No utility left except for the shock darts for FNATIC, but expect them to just post up, allow these crossfires to close things out, and it's Mystic to find it. FNATIC now 1 round away.
Switching sides. Match point.
We'll see how FPX approach this attack in round.
I'm nervous for him, man.
I am. I really am. The way the last few have gone, FNATIC,
Yep.
I think, just edging out in terms of the momentum here.
Yeah.
I'm too far.
But it's been close. It's been goddamn close, and it's still close. It's only 1 round.
I mean,
now
it's
it's
a
series point,
testament
right?
to
Like,
just how good both these teams are.
Oh.
To have this in the grand finals.
it's an absolute celebration of what EMEA can bring. Anyone who loves a good game of Valorant can look at this and enjoy every aspect of it. No matter which fan you are, if you like FNATIC or FPX, you don't care. This has brought out the best of both sides, and we go again. Boaster with that gun. Angel gonna dip in towards that B site, but look who's here. Alpha's already pretty much ready to go, but Angel wants to push this. Takes the control back away from them. They're all responding in kind. The spike is towards this site as well. Xiao committing to this. Anything to deny it? No, we're in a 5v5 post plant here. This is for all the marbles, right? Like FNATIC on the verge, and FPX pulling out all the stops, but Alpha's gone in towards the side. The spam comes in. Boaster ain't connecting, but it does allow Alpha to move forward. It's the trade. Xiao takes down Alpha, but Boaster with the trade out now 3. Sugetsu, Artis, and Zipan. How much more can you do? Zipan trying to dodge it, but the diffuse is coming in. You got to deny it. You got to stop it. Boaster,
No
he's
way.
still defusing.
No way.
It's how FNATIC close out the map, close out the season, and become the VCT EMEA champions right here.
What a close. What a close to this series. Again, like I said, that almost does justice for both of these teams, really, and just how close that was. The 3-0 scoreline, I mean, one thing, but split overtime, Haven overtime.
Yeah.
I almost feel like FNATIC win out in a war of attrition. We use that term so often. Wow, what a performance.
The depths of it, and we didn't even get to see the full map pool. That's why I wish we got to see the rest of this, because it only gets better and better, right? But again, beautiful game from both sides. I think Icebox was a little